UFC Noche this weekend, which is a fight night again this weekend after being a pay-per-view last year. We are back to a UFC fight night, UFC Noche. Diego Lopes versus Jean Silva. Great fight there. Any other fight got your interest on this card?
Yeah, this main card starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, also from San Antonio, I believe. So it finishes in time because, Dana is promoting the Crawford and Canelo fight. So this should be all done and all set before the main event goes in the boxing match. But yeah, on the prelims here, Sidikris Dumas, I know we've talked about him a couple times. He's had some legal issues. I know our buddy in our group chat is not a fan. He's in law enforcement, so obviously not a fan of this guy. He just posted that he has like $12 in his bank account. He showed the actual bank account app, $12 in his bank account right now, but he's a bad guy. He's going up against Zachary Reese, so I'm hoping he gets flatlined, and he can be broke and go back to jail. Also, this is actually a very good card. So Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos is on the prelims. That's like number 2 and number 4 or something. Alexander Hernandez back after his round 1 KO of Chase Hooper to fight Diego Ferreira. That's a very fun fight. And on the undercard there, we always love to watch him. Bumblebee, we call him Bumblebee. So Kelvin Gastelum is fighting Dustin Stoltzfus. That should be a fun fight as well.
Yeah, so there's some good surprise fights on here. I didn't even know. Yeah, Tatiana Suarez too. That one caught me off guard.
Let's get into this co-main event here. Rob Font versus David Martinez.
Getting into the stats here. Rob Font, 22-8, 9 KOs, 4 subs, 9 decisions. This guy's had performance of the night 4 times, fight of the night twice. David Martinez, he's 12-1, 10 KOs, no subs, 2 decisions. He is a Dana White Contender Series alum, and he is 1-0 in the UFC. Quite the step up for your second fight, but bantamweight is a tough division. I wish Mr. Martinez the best of luck because this is a great opportunity, but man, that level of experience going against a guy like Rob Font, who's fought all of the best, had tough fights, with some of the best, beat some of the best. I got to go with Font here. I mean, we just saw Font fight not too long ago, and although it wasn't, a top 5 guy, I feel like Font is still fighting very well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know much about Martinez. He comes off the Contender Series and gets a round 1 KO in his debut. Yeah, I know he's been KOing everyone in Combate, but Rob Font is a seasoned UFC vet, so large jump up in competition. Recently got back to winning after a tough couple years, but Martinez seems very dangerous, so it hurts me because I am a Rob Font fan, but I'm going to pick Martinez by KO just because Rob's certainly going to get hit. He gets hit in all his fights now.
Sure.
And I assume the UFC matchmakers want to see a Mexican or want to set up a Mexican to get a win here on UFC Noche. So
I see what you're saying, but I thought that too, the matchmaking, but again, we'll see. It's quite a step up in competition still. So we'll have to see how
very big step up. Yeah, but I'll say round 3 KO for Martinez. Hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
Very fun fight. I'll be surprised if this one goes to the judges here. Diego Lopes versus Jean Silva.
Yes, I don't think if they're going to try to postpone the Crawford Alvarez fight later, I don't think they'll have to for this. I think this is going to finish up just in time. Diego Lopes, 26-7, 10 KOs, 12 subs, only been a decision 4 times. He's won 5 out of his last 6, 2 performance of the night, fight of the night twice. So, and one of those fight of the nights he lost was recently to, Alexander Volkanovski for the vacant featherweight championship. So he is coming off that loss, but Diego Lopes, he's got wins over Brian Ortega too. Like, he has been just awesome. Jean Silva, 16-2, 12 KOs, 3 decisions, 3 subs, 1 decisions. He's 5-0 in the UFC. All finishes. Fight of the night 1 time, performance of the night twice, and most importantly, that biggest win I would say was Bryce Mitchell, who was very impressive performance by Jean Silva because Bryce, for all his craziness, we do have to admit, is an excellent grappler and can take you down. And Silva really had no problem taking him down, avoiding takedowns, scrambling with Bryce, and then, of course, his striking is his bread and butter. I'm really impressed with Silva here, and I feel like me and you are going to disagree this week. I could be wrong. But as much as in the first fight, I thought I don't know much about Martinez stepping up, I do know plenty about Silva right now. And I like Diego, and I would not be surprised if Diego wins this, but I'm going to go with Silva. I'm going to say that he's going to own this moment, and this will be a big win for the fighting nerds. We're not going to have bad week again this week, but we'll see. By the way, I'll go with round 4, could be 3, but round 4 TKO, because these guys are going to really bring it all out there.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't know what the odds are for the fight, but I'm feeling very confident about Silva getting the win. So the only thing that gives me pause is, one, Silva hasn't really taken a hard shot in the UFC.
Right.
Yet,
he will.
And I think Lopez is going to land a couple on him for sure. So that'll be a question that needs to get answered. And then 2, will that legendary confidence be shaken at all by the fact that his team got 2 losses last
That's a good point, too. I did think about that earlier. Yeah.
So I still believe he gets it done, obviously. I'm going to say earlier. I think round 2, because I think neither one of these guys are going to go backwards. So I think it's going to be a little bit earlier. I'll say round 2 KO for Jean Silva.
It'll be interesting to see, because and I guess if Silva wins, like, he's got to be a lock for fighting for that title after this, right? I mean,
it's tough because Lerone Murphy has definitely earned it as well. But if he finishes Diego Lopez, 6 straight finishes, I think you got to give it to him. Yeah,
6-0, 6 straight finishes, UFC Noche main event, coming off this big pay-per-view performance over Bryce. I would say, oh man, that's a tough ass for Volk if this guy's on that kind of tear too. But we'll see what happens. That's why they make the fight. So